Welcome to Tzu Chi This Week. I'm Anita Lee. It's good to have you with us. In this week's top stories, rice sponsored from Taiwan's Council of Agriculture reaches all corners of the world through Tzu Chi. We meet 3 recycling volunteers who commit themselves to making our planet a better place for all. Lastly, we see how Daai mothers in Indonesia helps untap children's innate goodness. Since 2002, Taiwan's Council of Agriculture has been donating a portion of the country's rice harvest as foreign aid. Over the last 14 years, Taiwan's rice has helped some 83 million impoverished people across 32 nations. In 2014, Tzu Chi delivered 7,300 tons of rice to 9 countries on behalf of Taiwan. This assistance has not only provided international humanitarian aid to the needy, it has also brought great love to the suffering people of the world. Located at the southernmost region of Africa, South Africa is also known as the Rainbow Nation. Johannesburg is the economic and financial hub of South Africa. However, beneath the affluent facade lies poverty. Situated across the highway from the wealthy and luxurious city centre are large informal settlements. On this day, close to 300 Tzu Chi volunteers, Tzu Chings and local volunteers have mobilised to carry out a large-scale aid distribution for 3,000 impoverished households.
Here witness this event. They are not for preaching. They are coming to share the love with everyone here.
Thank you, Taiwan. Thank you, Tzu Chi.
Situated 365 kilometers outside of Johannesburg, here in Ladysmith, recipients of the rice are sharing their blessings with their neighbours.
They don't have no food. If you give the same rice, if they come to us, God also bless you all and bless us also.
In the landlocked kingdom of Lesotho, distribution of 120 tons of rice was initially scheduled for August of 2014. However, these distributions were suspended due to political unrest in the country and only resumed later in November. Even then, the tense atmosphere of political and economic turmoil could still be felt in the capital of Maseru.
Love from Taiwan. Not for saying.
A hungry child knows no politics. Although weighed down by poverty, in this moment these children only feel happiness in their hearts. In Mozambique, about 99% of Mozambicans belong to African ethnic groups. Poverty remains widespread in Mozambique, where more than half the population lives on less than $1 a day. Situated west of the capital Maputo, this village is where Tzu Chi carried out its first rice distribution in Mozambique. Combining a Thanksgiving ceremony with a distribution event, volunteers invited participants to give their parents a foot bath as well as serve them tea and food as a gesture of filial piety and gratitude.
I feel contentment, love, and unity. This distribution has taught me about unconditional love. From now on, I aspire to follow in the Tzu Chi volunteers' footsteps and take part in more Tzu Chi activities so that I can spread this love to more communities.
In the Caribbean country of Haiti, Cité Soleil, a commune in the capital of Port-au-Prince, is one of the poorest and most dangerous areas in the capital. Here, an entire truck full of rice is worth far more than the repairs for a broken wall.
So far, so good. Always have challenge. Always here. It's not easy here. There's Cité Soleil and De La Saline is not easy.
The 7.0 magnitude earthquake of 2010 still triggers painful memories to this day. In a joint effort, a local Catholic organization teamed up with Tzu Chi to carry out a distribution at the school.
Life has been really difficult here. We barely have anything to eat. Thank you. May God bless you all. I'll be eating a lot in the next 5 days. I really need to put on more weight because I'm pregnant. I'll be eating a lot more from now on.
Here on Bohol Island of the Philippines, love is also blossoming at Tzu Chi's rice distribution. A 7.2 magnitude earthquake struck Bohol Island in October of 2013. Since then, Tzu Chi volunteers have been working to bring normalcy back into the lives of residents, the first of which was to hold a rice distribution.
I donated some coins. I hope you will help those residents in Tacloban who are affected by Typhoon Haiyan. I'm really happy. I can make a difference in my own way.
Tzu Chi's assistance to Tacloban residents in the aftermath of Typhoon Haiyan has filled Christine's heart to the brim with love, and she has found a way to reciprocate the volunteers' generosity and kindness.
Thanks to the assistance of the Tzu Chi Foundation, we were able to open up a small store to sustain ourselves. In thanks, we have decided to name our store the Tzu Chi Store.
Yung pangalan ng tindahan namin, Tzu Chi Store.
And in Ormark, a bag of rice saved this pig's life. Virginia had planned to slaughter this pig to celebrate her grandson's first birthday. Never did she imagine that she would have a change of heart after attending Tzu Chi's rice distribution.
I learned from the volunteers that life is really precious and we should cherish and respect all living beings. When we were praying, I couldn't stop crying. I just kept thinking about what the volunteers told me.
Once cooked, the rice exudes an aroma that draws everyone in, even children. Love from Taiwan has also arrived in the Arab Kingdom of Jordan in the Middle East. This is a mission to help 2,000 households. Departing from Amman, Tzu Chi volunteers traveled northwards to conduct rice distributions for 2,000 families across 6 locations. Yet, more challenges lie in wait for the volunteers.
Let's go, we push.
At another distribution, the truck transporting the relief items got stuck in the sand.
Okay, push.
A small lake emerged in the middle of the desert during the sudden downpour, which obstructed the road ahead.
Even the donkey is scared to cross.
The journey of Taiwan's rice has been filled with wonder and awe, love and gratitude. In 2014, Tzu Chi distributed 7,300 tons of rice to 9 countries on behalf of Taiwan, bringing great love to people throughout the world. Through this rice, volunteers hope that they can bring a ray of light and comfort to the suffering in all corners of the world. In a speech in 1990, Master Zheng Yan urged everyone to use the hands with which they were applauding to do recycling. Since then, Tzu Chi volunteers in Taiwan and abroad have worked to reduce the burden on our Mother Earth. Next, we meet 3 recycling volunteers who have dedicated themselves wholeheartedly to making our planet a better and cleaner place.
My name is Chen Yanpu, and I'm 10 years old. I love drawing. Right now, I'm drawing a picture of the world under the sea. And it has crocodiles, dolphins, lanternfishes, and sharks.
The young boy has a grand wish.
I wish this world can be free from garbage, pollution, plastic bottles, glass bottles, cans and tins. I hope everyone can love the planet.
To make his dream come true, Chen Yanpu decided to start by encouraging his classmates to sort recyclables.
这个是纸类还是塑胶？是什么？你不知道？哎，捡起来，拿起来。希望环境。
I want to plant more trees because I hope to stop pollution. It would be great if our world was free from pollution.
很绿的树。
When Yanpu was in kindergarten, every Thursday he took the afternoon off from school to volunteer at the recycling station alongside his mother.
He is a responsible person, and we are very proud of him. Yanpu always takes the initiative to finish each given task.
In spite of his young age, Chen Yanpu has already taken the Buddhist NGO's environmental ideals to heart.
Initially, all I wanted was to give him a place where he can grow up to be a good boy. I think he has gradually taken in the positive messages because the recycling station is full of good people.
For his years of dedication to safeguarding the planet, Chen was awarded with a recycling volunteer name tag.
There are so many items that can be recycled and given a second lease on life. Plastic bottles can be transformed into blankets. I can run around when I'm collecting the bottles. This is really fun. I will stack the cassette tapes together and then unscrew the screws from them.
With his friendly personality and warm smile, Chen has become the most popular young volunteer at the recycling station.
I have formed many good relationships with others because of my son. I don't know why, but everyone seems to like him a lot.
We need to do good deeds and walk the right path. Sorting recyclables is a form of doing good deeds. If we don't cherish our Mother Earth, we don't have a place to live in the future.
Knowing that the need to cherish the planet, volunteers young and old dedicate themselves selflessly to Tzu Chi's recycling mission. For the past 24 years, Grandma Jingzhi has devoted herself to the practice of recycling. Her footsteps can be seen everywhere around her neighborhood.
When people ask me where I am going, I always tell them that I am going to pick up reusable items. They say I'm like a neighborhood head.
Despite having to walk long distances, Grandma Jingzhi still goes out to collect recyclables 4 times a day to make sure nothing valuable is left behind.
Nowadays, people tend to drive really fast, so I often get scared. My son drives me here in the morning and picks me up later in the evening. He comes here 3 times a day because he also brings me lunch.
Due to weak legs, Grandma Jingzhi has to use a stroller to support her weight. She says the stroller helps her carry all the recyclables she sees lying on the street.
I have already worn out 2 strollers. This one is my 3rd one, and I think it is going to break really soon. My neighbor kindly donated one, so I will have a new one to use in the future. Look, it's still quite new, right?
With the permission of her neighbor, Grandma Jingzhi stores all her recyclables on this piece of land.
I'm really grateful to have this piece of land to store the recyclables on. Without the support of my neighbor, I don't think I could carry on my recycling mission. These days, people are more wasteful and like to litter carelessly. If I pick up all the reusable items, the streets will be cleaner and people won't stumble upon them.
By carrying out the Buddhist NGO's recycling mission, Grandma Jingzhi has rediscovered her life's true calling. To lessen the burden on our Mother Earth, recycling volunteer Ling Yisheng puts aside superstition to collect recyclables at a cemetery.
Not a lot of people come here because they are afraid of ghosts. Some people feel uncomfortable when they come here too.
Lin has been coming here rain or shine for the past 9 years.
He is very hardworking. He comes here around 3 to 4 a.m.
It requires a lot of courage to do this. I once came upon a girl and she said to her mom that what I was doing was disgusting.
Despite getting string looks from others, Ling remains steadfast in his decision to collect reusable items. In 2005, Ling, a former employee of the Taiwan Railway, started collecting reusable items at the cemetery. Every day, he sets out before dawn and goes home late in the afternoon.
There is no way we will get tired from making money, but I think practicing recycling is more meaningful. There are so many things on this planet that we need to cherish. The surroundings of this cemetery used to be very dirty, but now they are very clean.
Hitting the unused concrete wall with force, Ling hopes to take out all the steel bars. 73-year-old Ling walks through this nearly 97-hectare piece of land every day to ensure no recyclables are left behind. Although tired, Ling says he has gained so much from doing so.
Exercising is a good way to strengthen our body. I used to get sick easily, but now I'm strong as an ox. I feel great whenever I go out.
After finishing his task at the cemetery, Ling makes it a point to pick up recyclables at funeral parlors.
Selling cardboard doesn't make a fortune, but I'm picking them up for the sake of the planet.
Hoping that the generations to come can also live in a healthy environment, Ling puts aside the problems he faced and remains steadfast in his decision.
I believe all the ghosts know who I am, so they won't hurt me. As long as I maintain a right mindset, I don't have to be afraid.
Regardless of the differences in age, recycling volunteers all have the same goal in mind, which is to protect our Mother Earth. It is also their commitment that has helped Taiwan become a country known for its love and compassion.
Next, we bring you the story of 2 Tzu Chi volunteers from Penang, Malaysia, who each through their own ways has inspired goodness in others. A volunteer at the Tzu Chi Dialysis Center, Zhang Liyan, shares the Dharma she has absorbed through watching the Chinese opera program Body Mind with dialysis patients, while volunteer Yang Tzu Lan has been the driving force at the Wisdom at Dawn study sessions. The driving force behind the Wisdom at Dawn study sessions in Penang has been Tzu Chi volunteer Yang Tzu Lan. However, Yang admits that waking up early was not all that easy in the beginning.
I struggled a lot at first. It wasn't easy at all. I wouldn't be able to get a solid night's rest because I was so nervous and my eyes were often red and swollen the next day.
Leading by example, Young's actions has inspired those around her to follow in her footsteps. Starting out with less than 10 people attending the morning Dharma sessions, now the venue is full to the brim each day. In 1988, Young immigrated to Malaysia with her husband and met Tzu Chi. When Young's husband was relocated to Vietnam, she continued to carry out the charity's missions locally. Now that she's back in Penang, her footsteps are more steadfast than ever, taking the initiative to head up a study group in her community.
We'll do what we usually do, so feel free to laugh and clap if you want to.
Sharing stories over tea, these sessions are just like a family gathering filled with a heartwarming atmosphere.
Everyone was shy at first and they would look around the room at others, so I would volunteer to speak first. These study groups bring us closer together.
If you don't have Dharma in your heart, you will often find yourself caught up in difficult situations.
I want to erase everything from the past and start over with a clean slate. The Wisdom at Dawn broadcast and the study group are all new challenges for me.
They say life only begins at 70. Young Tzu Lan is ready to embrace each day with passion and find opportunities in every challenge. As a loyal viewer of the Taiwanese opera program Bodhi Mind, Jiang Liyan not only tunes in each day, but compiles the notes she has taken into a book.
Because I listen first, then I write. Then after that I copy again, then I share with the people. That means I do it 4 times, In the end, the person who benefits is myself. In the end, the Dharma is stronger in me. So I'm so grateful.
Patients at the Tzu Chi Dialysis Center always look forward to what Jiang has to share.
Her devotion really touches me. We're always so inspired by what she tells us. There may be things we do wrong in our lives, so we should continually remind ourselves not to repeat these same mistakes.
Jiang's father, who was also a dialysis patient, passed away before he had the opportunity to walk the Tzu Chi path.
I feel that every dialysis patient here is family, and I will try and tell them all the things that I wanted to tell my father.
In 2011, Jiang Liyan suffered another devastating blow after learning that she had breast cancer. It was the support of her Dharma family that helped her walk out of misery.
Wu Chang will come calling at any time. Our time is not indefinite. We must, between now and at the end, the important thing is to do things that's meaningful.
Making the most out of life, Jiang promises to stay true to her path. Tzu Chi's Dharma Mothers are a group of volunteers who care for students as if they were their own children by providing loving guidance and pointing them in the right direction in life. In our next report, we meet Dharma Mother Cho Lan from Indonesia, whose warm and gentle demeanor has helped many students come out of their shell.
Sebenarnya tak ay mama kan kita harus menyayangi anak orang lain itu seperti anak sendiri.
Known for her big personality and cheery disposition, Cho Lan has been a Dharma mother for 10 years now.
Ya, karena kenapa?
Only with love in our hearts are we able to guide these children and help them overcome their challenges.
Baru tahu kesulitan mereka.
Cho Lan was also among the Dharma mothers at the Tzu Chi camp in Pantai Indah Kapuk. Accompanying these children selflessly, all she hopes for is that they will grow up to be upright and compassionate people.
Saya gugup.
When I'm nervous, Auntie Cho Lan's encouragement instills confidence in me. She tells me not to be afraid and that I should bravely share what I have to say.
Helping students untap their innate goodness and potential, Dharma mothers hope that the seed in each child's heart will one day flourish into hope and love for the benefit of all society. As harsh winter weather lashes out in Canada's Toronto, a few homeless have died during the cold snap. To help those living out on the streets survive the cold, Tzu Chi volunteers prepared blankets, winter gear and hot food for 200 homeless people. We leave you with these images at the end of today's program, and from all of us here at DAI TV, we wish you a wonderful Chinese New Year.